Greetings and welcome to the Astronomy Picture of the Day podcast. Today's picture is titled AR4478, Giant Sunspot Group. So what do we see here? Well, here we see an image of one of the largest sunspot groups that has occurred recently on the sun, and it is currently crossing the face of the sun, known as Active Region 4478 or AR4478. It is a massive sunspot group. How big? It's actually big enough to be visible to the unaided eye. Now, it's never good to look at the sun, so you're not going to be able to see this by looking at the sun because the sun is far too bright. But if you have eclipse glasses, you could use something like those to look at that, and you could probably see this dark spot on the solar surface. So that's how large it is, and it's actually thought that some sunspots were visible before the advent of the telescope, that people were actually able to see them, especially near sunrise or sunset, times when the sun is dimmed enough that you can actually look at it and it's no longer damaging your eye. Now, sunspots like this do cause some storms, and they will cause things like solar flares and especially coronal mass ejections. And a big violent storm like this can throw off lots of particles out into the solar system. This is what is known as a CME, or coronal mass ejection. That is a large amount of particles flung out from the surface of the sun by the magnetic fields. So the magnetic fields can get very tangled up, and when they pop, they can pull plasma off the solar surface and expel it out into space. Now, most of the time that does nothing to Earth. But on the rare occasions where it's flung in the direction of Earth, it can affect us. This is what we call space weather. And what can it do? It really depends on how directly it hits us and how strong the specific CME was. In a milder case, it can affect satellites in space because there's a lot of charged particles coming in, and they will affect that when it distorts Earth's magnetic field, which protects us from those charged particles and allows them to strike at regions that it would otherwise never be able to reach. It can also distort Earth's atmosphere with the excess activity. More extreme versions could actually affect us here on Earth, including affecting the electrical power grids with the amount of power that the sun sends out. And you have to remember that the sun can send off so much more energy than we can possibly imagine here on Earth, easily overwhelming our power grids with even just one of these storms. Now, these storms do happen all the time, but very rarely are they going to be directed straight at Earth. There are lots of different directions to send things out in the solar system, and the Earth is a very small cross-section as seen from the sun. So something has to be lined almost directly up with Earth in order to hit us. So most likely we get glancing blows, which give us beautiful auroral displays, which is something that we can be looking for over the coming days. So that was our picture of the day, titled AR4478, Giant Sunspot Group. We'll be back again tomorrow for the next picture, previewed to be Supergalactic Wind. So we'll see what that is about tomorrow. And until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in class.